Hello everybody, welcome to Ordeals of Livistio. Today's adventure is brought to you by John DM, the letter J, as well as Greg Hansen's Tax Law 101. Greg, tell us...
I am not the person to teach tax law, I'm sorry.
Well, fuck. I've been misinformed. How could you do this to me? Corin, how was your week?
I'm doing alright. Had a pretty bad cramp in my leg on Friday, so that was no fun, but yeah, got through it. Feeling better now.
Cramps suck. Oh.
Red!
The worst is when you think they go... Sorry.
We don't pontificate on anyone's cramps here. Red, how was your week?
I'm tired. It's been long.
Yeah.
Yep.
Based rare. Rube, how was your week?
Had a fantastic week. Didn't do anything special like last week, but just chilled. It was a good week. Glad to be here.
Glad to have you. Hen, how was your week?
I'm hungover currently, so went great.
I got you.
So we
Right.
switched to the Siren soundtrack now.
Indeed. Hang on, I'm working on just... Wee-oo. Greg,
Yes, sir.
how was your week, bro?
Long. We're coming up to tax filing deadlines, the 15th, which is today, so Monday, because today's a Sunday. And then October was gonna be the personal side. So a lot of work. Been working most of the weekend. I'm very tired. I slept like 3 hours last night.
Well, if you fall asleep on stream, you would not be the first. But I hope...
I will try not to. I have a giant glass of wake up juice.
what is wake up
No,
juice?
no.
It's just
It's a
Coke.
secret.
It's just Coke.
Cocaine?
Cocaine?
Liquidized
Yes,
Coke.
I am a giant cokehead. This is why I'm so high energy all the time.
And you're about to become Cocaine Bear, or so I hear.
I
Love
will
Cocaine
be
Bear.
the famous 2019 movie Cocaine Bear.
It's
That movie
true.
sucked.
It was
Rube.
fantastic.
it was okay. I wish it was
You
silly.
get high, you watch Cocaine Bear, you think, why didn't I just snort cocaine instead of weed? And that's how that goes.
I wish I was a fish. Rube, I'm calling on you today. I want you to give me the recap.
Okay. In my defense, I'm also very hungover, but I'll do my best.
Who here isn't hungover?
Two people
I
are
am not
exhausted.
hungover.
One person's healing from muscle tissue. The other one's Great.
There's a lot of ordeals in Livistio, okay?
We have some serious ordeals today.
Last time on Ordeals of Livistio, session 29, we started in our own preparations for our long resting. Ursali fled the city to commune with the Bear Mother. Dizem had a similar experience we call cauldron therapy. Yonsei did the most bardic thing and partied for a few days at the southern bridge gate with their boy toy. On the other hand, Glennis did an unlong rest thing, and he went to go meet with Killigan, ex-pirate and leader of the King's Navy. He bandied with and he met with Killigan, and he tried to recruit him or command him, but it seems as though Killigan has thrown his lot in with Sigma Moth. After unsuccessfully negotiating with Killigan, he tried to rile up Killigan's men against him. Partially successfully, he did get a loose band of salt dogs to follow him. I did nothing but study a spellbook. And made Dyson feel better. Eventually, we run into Smiling Sam, who finds Yonsei first, I think. Everyone's staring at me like I missed something.
Oh, it's not that.
It's fine, keep going. Keep
Smi-
going.
Smiling fan found Yonsei, and we all convened, and through some dope monk BS, with help
And
from
a hearty slap on the ass.
a hearty slap on the ass, Dizem and myself encouraging, we were able to disperse the demonic or infernal presence among Smiling Sam's mind. And in response, after calling out Sigma Moth quite voraciously over the walls, "Come get me," which he didn't, we went with Smiling Sam to first go pick up Ursale, who was still communing with bears. And then we went to Smiling Sam's home or winter retreat, where we met many other elves, some elf tieflings, and we met. She seemed like a matriarch of them.
It did seem like a matriarch. I have her name written down.
Aileen Alera of Glinsa, survivor of the Eldar Protectorate, who, that might be completely wrong or mispronounced, who offered some assistance, though vague, in how we can win or banish Sigma Moth from our realm. And that's where my notes end, unfortunately.
Did anything happen of a tail end of our session?
We were going to go have a interaction with the bear mother.
Yes.
That thing.
Wow.
Going to a-
Hey, mommy.
I should first say. All moms are cool. Excuse me, for those of you keeping track of the calendar, you all have just completed a long rest. It is the 29th of April. Ursale, you have 0 loyalty, but we'll get to that here in a bit. More importantly, everybody, please, if you have not, update your character sheets to show that you have taken a long rest, however that may be. And narratively, your characters are beginning a descent, not in the company of Smiling Sam, but descending down into the mountainous valley of this wilderness region, where you can speak to the local ranger, with a name that you all have heard before. You are going to speak... Yes?
Does she speak the same, like, primordial elven, or does she speak normal?
She speaks normal, surprisingly enough.
Yeah,
Her
fair.
image you have seen before, but it is slightly different. Far less noble and very much more rustic / rangery. As you take a look at Sephron Malrote, a half-elven tiefling. Rather than the robes that all the other tieflings and elves were wearing, she's actually wearing outdoor clothes, which is a great big surprise. Smiling Sam is nowhere to be seen, but supposedly she is his granddaughter. At least that is what you picked up from Kaelin Aliro, the aforementioned matriarch of this area. Reddish purplish skin pigmentation, 2 black eyes with golden orange irises, and of course 2 big ol' horns. We love the big ol' horns that her hair has been decorated around. She is currently wielding a longbow. She has 2 short swords on her hips, as well as a quiver. And she looks to you all as you descend down a small hidden stairwell that leads into this valley. and raises a hand in greeting.
Has she's introduced herself or been introduced before this point, right? Okay. I guess I say something along the lines of like, it's a pleasure to meet you properly. I've had the misfortune of dealing with a poor facsimile back at home.
What?
Yes, there was an elven maiden who took the name Saffron Malrot that has been part of this web that we are unweaving here. I am pleased to meet the real deal, so to speak.
You watch as Saffron inhales upwardly. This is demon bullshit, isn't it? I'm never gonna be free of it.
It is.
Okay, well... Aunt Kaylin has told me to take you to a cave where it is believed that the Bear Mother is. Yes?
Yes, please. I would like
Okay.
to have a chance to meet with her again.
Understood. And awkwardly, she will turn around and begin to head into the woods, expecting you all to follow.
I do so.
Out of curiosity, since this is an optional mission, does anyone choose to stay behind in the Elven Enclave and do other stuff? Or are we all going to this supposed cave?
Look, if we're dying together.
Take a point of loyalty, guys.
Base.
Going down to this boat.
Wow.
I need to be there in case one of them acts inappropriately so I can feed them to the Bear Mother.
It's true.
I feel like I don't need to be. Is any action I take going to be inappropriate now? Is that what I'm hearing? You're upset at most of the things I do. Can I slap the Bear Mother on the ass? First question.
If you value your hand, probably not.
Okay, hands to myself. Got it. She does need my inspiration, I guess.
If she asks for inspiration, then it's
If
fair.
she asks, I'll slap the ass. Yeah, I'll let her know it.
Imagine being a god and being like, God, I could just use an extra D8 right now.
Listen,
Look.
you never know. Okay.
And a 1v1 against another god, that could be the bait.
Even God
I
rolls
mean,
a
They
one
just have a
sometimes.
local phone
That's why
book
you're
of
here.
like bards in nearby area. Just who can I call up real quick? Disguise myself as a person. Hey, Janssen!
Yoo-hoo.
It sounds like Beyonce and Snefru are both going along, yeah?
Of course.
Yeah, I don't want to be left with all these strangers. I'm going to hang out with my posse.
Okay.
My partying is done. I am rejuvenized and refreshed. And it's time to see a bear and not slap its ass.
You all take
I'm really happy to see your mommy.
into the mommy woods, as they are now known.
Into the mommy woods.
Crossing many a stream, passing many a new breed of foliage, there are all kind of small game and vermin in these woods. You see, of course, the beloved and national animal of Livistio, the opossum, the American opossum, our only marsupial, clambering trees, eating ticks, and all sorts of other things we appreciate those beautiful
Playing
boys
cards.
to do. Playing cards. At a broken down stump. You all pass a buzzing of bees, other sorts of natural insects. You step over a war that the ants are currently engaged in. Beautiful ant war. Saffron, of course, points this out, of not to disturb the outcome. Does anyone wish to act like a god for a moment and choose a side of the ant war?
Snuffer, you want to take a bet on which side wins?
Firebolt!
No.
Oh,
It's
God.
cheating.
Like a comet, we see our worldview from that of an ant. as a massive meteorite strikes down from the sky, obliterating an entire field of ants. Thousands are dead, Snefru. It is a murderous scene as you laugh, ha ha ha, like a power-hungry maniac that you are. Dyson, would you like to use your new cantrip to also choose a side?
No.
Alright.
No, they have no concept of rulers. They do have a concept of death, so that was really sad.
Do they not have a queen? This feels like.
You even take the bet, you just killed them.
Snefru is a uncaring, unflappable.
Sneferu is an avatar of war. War cares not for sides. It only claims lives.
God, are you reading my poetry? Get out of here.
I'm trying to get better.
That line.
It's not finished yet. You can't read that one.
Yeah.
You all head deeper into the woods, where the trees get a bit heavier, unkempt. No one clears the brush here. This is true wilderness, not the forests where humans live. The sound gets fainter as the muffling of the greenery makes you all begin to hear your own heartbeats, the blood in your ears. There's a strange serenity that only one of you, maybe two if we count Dizem drowning in the ocean every now and again, is familiar with. Ursale, this is like... I don't even know how to put it into words for you. Sanctum, in a way. Holy ground. This is nothing like what you're used to. This is deep wilderness, but deep wood, even. What's going through your mind right now, Ursale?
I'm just really worried that my party members are gonna do things that are gonna cause problems. We've got one person over there disturbing the peace in the wild already, or the war in the wild, as it were, with a firebolt. And
Shame.
let's just hope that the Bear Mother cares more for him than he does for those below him.
Hopefully. You all continue on your path, Sephron leading the way, always 30 to 40 feet in front of you, seeming to be antisocial and or not wanting to be in any conversations with you all. At times, she will glance back and see the struggling Snefru, wizard man used to paved roads, obviously having the hardest difficulty amongst you here. A solid day's hike through unkept, unmapped wilderness is likely a death scenario for Snefru if he was on his own. Snefru! Is this hubris that you're on right now? Have you made a massive mistake 5 or 10 minutes into this hike?
Like 15, 20 minutes in the hike, he asks, "So, we're almost there, right?" To which he responds, he's obviously told no. He asks about 10 more times when he's told to stop asking. So yeah, it's a massive mistake. He's like, I should have stayed with the elves. I could be eating grapes. I could be studying my books. I could be studying their books. They had books. I saw them. But no, I had to follow my prince into the dark, scary woods.
You are muttering to yourself, or silently having these thoughts. The sun does begin to set, and you all are still on your hike. You haven't had a break yet. Yonsei, I jump to you now. What's going through your mind at this physical activity? Was this what you were told would be a cool adventure?
I mean, Janse's just coming off of a bender. And much like myself, it's just kind of like, whoa. Oh. How convincing do I have to be to get Ursula to give me a piggyback ride? Ursula, Daddy.
What do you
My
want?
body hurts. I'm not made for this. Look at my shoes. They're unfitting for this environment.
I mean, I can carry you, but then you can't see the bear mother.
Oh. Is it because I'll be on your back and you're so big that I can't see over your shoulders when you're carrying me?
Without going through the ordeal to get there, you won't be worthy.
I have to walk. I have to show her that I can walk through the fucking woods. Oh my god. All right, hang on. Give me a second while I contemplate my life's choices. Okay. I guess I'm walking.
You continue on, sluggish, tired.
Yes, they reluctantly dragged their feet.
And as night falls, Dysum, you are having a strange, nostalgic feeling as dancing lights come forward, illuminating your darkened trail. For the briefest of moments, you feel like you are under the ocean. These great barked evergreens casting darkened shadows, reminding you of the rippling effects of the sea over 100 feet deep where the light struggles to reach. You are off to see a goddess much like your own, albeit one of the land rather than the sea. What's going through Dysum's head right now?
Dysum is very reminiscent of kind of swimming through like a kelp forest deep under the ocean, as it's very quiet, just like the deepness of the sea muffles the sounds of farness away. He's kind of just walking through it very peacefully, but there's something on his mind of that he wants to talk to someone about, but the person he wants to talk to is extremely tired and probably not in the best mood to talk. It's like, I'll just ask him later, as he continues to trudge on through the forest with not as much ease as Ursale, but probably a lot better than the people who are very used to city life.
I agree. And as it gets close to midnight, Sephron will stop at the edge of a mountain, a sheer cliff face. And Glynis, you stare at a cave entrance.
This seems familiar.
It does!
There's no, like, stag that I can, like, rip its heart out for again, is there? Seemed to be the what was good last time.
Immediately, no.
Alright.
Not immediately.
What's going through your mind,
This is
Glynis?
fine. Glynis is concerned that, like, all of the things that he desired and his ambitions, namely, like, the legacy of his grandfather and picking up that sword and continuing on, like, is maybe tainted by demon contracts and needs to be destroyed. And he's probably less like devotional to the bear mother than like Ursale would like or think, but more sees like this is a path to perhaps get that done, right? I think he didn't think that he would like have the chance to walk down a cliff and go to the cave that he saw in his like hallucinations, but the fact that he can, I think Glynis sees this as an opportunity. He's like running through what he remembers from his drug haze dream, and his previous pact with the bear mother, and is going to essentially try to I don't know, broker a deal. Like he wants their power to, I don't know, help end this demonic threat. And he's trying to figure out, like, I don't know, what that might look like, what he could offer. And I think Glynis realizes that there really isn't a whole lot that he has that he can offer, other than supposedly, like, servitude or, like, barring that, I don't know, like some kind of like contract, maybe even like part of his soul. I don't know.
Indeed, an agreement or an accord will have to be made, Glynis. However, as Saffron continues to stare at you, her gleaming dark vision eyes looking over the party, she will point awkwardly, elbow, full arm extension, 5 feet away at Ursale, and say, "You are the champion of this tribe or people who worship this," and she gestures to the cave, "entity.
This
Then
is true.
you must call for her medium. Do so, for he will not answer
There's
my
a-
calls anymore."
She's leaving you on red.
Her champion, yes.
Rip.
Yes.
I guess I will
She will.
give out my best bear roar outside the cave entrance.
Give us it right now. Corin, you, the player.
Roar!
I thought bears were like, "Moo."
You will hear a disturbance within this crevice, this cave. Pebbles will move, rock will shift. And in the dark, in the dim light of this, well, your night visions combined first of all, but also the dancing light orbs, will come forth a 12-foot tall, 8 to 16 foot wide, giant bear man. A creature of great height, rippling muscles, easily could be mistaken for a very hairy ogre. But were it not for the snout, and of course, teeth of a cave bear, it falls forward on its front 2 paws and does a strange squat before you all. And from its jaws come a human voice speaking in common. What?
I present to you the Prince of Livistio. He has come to renew his devotion to the Bear Mother, and through him the kingdom of Livistio's devotion.
The bear turns at first to Yonsei, who's half an inch taller than Glynis, as we established last session. Do you now?
Oh, I bow deeply and then point to Gilly.
Indeed. It
Oh.
seems my country is facing an ordeal or two, and I am in need of beseeching the Bear Mother for the aid that we require.
You wish for a wish, then.
I suppose. I desire to entreat with the Bear Mother. I would ask them for power. I
Have
do
you
know not what I
brought
could give in exchange.
the offering?
Do you need a stag's heart? I remember doing that last time.
No, you know the first part.
I'm a little fuzzy on the details. I had a lot of ayahuasca in my system last time, but I do remember that. And then I offered it. I got a little bit of an arm thing.
Oh, oh, that takes me back. He says as he sees your rippled and hairy arm.
Shall I return with a stag's heart?
A heart of a heart. A salmon of the Alfaros River, named after the coolest man to ever live. So, are you taking notes, scribe? The bear says, pointing at you, Snefru.
Salmon of the Altharos, of the coolest man ever, Altharos River.
A mountain hare. And then finally, a bundle of dandelions, willow catkins, clover, and if you can find hazelnuts, we'll take those as well. You're in luck. It's spring. All of these things should be here. Hurry up. Otherwise, you might miss your opportunity to get your wish.
It will be done.
Yes.
Dandelions, willow, clover, and hazelnuts?
Willow catkins. It's a different kind. It has to be catkins.
Understood. Thank you.
They're on the catkin diet.
Yes. And take this one with you. And he gestures to the tiefling that led you here. She is not allowed within 500 feet of this cave, and she knows better. But here she is.
I like smile a little bit and I'm like, I've got to know that story. But I don't know, I stage whisper that, I guess, towards Sephiroth and then bow. I'm like, absolutely. We will be back shortly.
What should we call you?
I was once known by many a name, but now I am but the big bear himself. You may call me Teddy.
Excellent, Teddy.
Teddy.
Shall return.
Yes.
Thanks, Teddy.
Do you have a brother named Graham?
Your mic
John,
is.
you're like
God,
talking, but nothing's coming through.
Stream, can you hear me? Oh,
You're back now.
I'm back now. Nothing moved. What's happening?
You leaned forward, that's all.
Hi guys, how's it going? Is
Hi,
this
John.
coming through?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are we going
Is
to do
it
the
ASMR
ASMR
stream
stream?
time?
So excited for ASMR stream time.
That works.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Gotta restart.
You're welcome, stream.
Can they hear us? What if we just have
Personal
Pen,
problem.
like every time you say a word, they repeat it the moment after? Hey guys, don't look up.
And that'll be great media right there.
All good. Happens.
Alright, guys, we are back. Hopefully you guys can hear us loud and clear. But if someone in the chat can tell me otherwise, thanks. Oh god, resuming. Teddy, our good buddy the bear of this great big cave, has given you a shopping list and or a offering list to go out and find in the wild, so that you can be granted what is apparently known as a wish. How horrifying.
Yeah.
Party. What do you guys do?
I think we're gonna split up a little.
Seems reasonable. Yeah.
We
I
scatter.
guess if the party wishes to assist me in my tasks, I would, I suppose, ask if you have expertises that you would like to apply to said shopping list. I heard Dyson say before that he enjoyed the concept of going after the plants.
I'm not good at any of this stuff unless you need me to like lie or do a performance for an animal.
I mean, there is a non-zero chance that you could call a heart to you with a dramatic enough performance.
Make some deer noises. I'm willing
Perhaps.
to try. I
Yeah.
gotta say, I haven't ever heard a deer before.
That's fair.
So-
I really haven't either. But feel free to sit it out. I am sure you and Saffron could find all kinds of stories to swap. I do need to know why you're not allowed in the cave, though. We don't have to talk about it now, but that story sounds so juicy. I have the swiftness, perhaps, to catch a hare. I have been, well, I am my mother's son, after all. And I am relatively a good fisherman. Or at least I was back in the day when I was learning from good old whatever do you think happened to our butler friend? I think he's having a good 90s in a safe little townhome.
I hope he's getting it on. I'm hoping he's having a great party right now with some other old people.
Yeah,
That's who's left behind is old people and ladies
and children,
and probably kids. I guess.
Don't we leave him in the care of the gravekeeper?
No,
No.
we left him one city over.
Nah, he's probably fine.
He's
Do you
probably
think-
telling kids stories and rambling on about you.
Anyway,
And real
if you wish to ply your trades, feel free. I think I shall attempt to snare a hare and then go from there.
I'm quite skilled at nature. It was a mandatory course. If Dyson wants to work on that and a salmon, perhaps.
You mean to catch a salmon?
Not to be reductive, but it does seem like something you'd be good at.
Now, what?
Only one of us here has a swim speed.
When you say that, it kind of seems like you're implying that it's because I'm from the ocean I might be good at catching fish.
Oh, is that what it seems? That's exactly what I meant.
How do you think I caught fish with my mouth?
I don't know. I just assumed you've caught lots of fish.
Is he wrong
You
though?
seem
Yeah,
like
I
a
eat a lot of
fish
fish. I don't like.
catching
I'm
kinda
not like a
guy.
wild creature.
I
We're
do not
civilized
fish
people,
in the ocean.
Snefru.
I assume you're civilized people, and I assumed you can catch a fish quite civilly.
I don't understand what this argument's all
Okay.
about.
I guess I will go catch a fish.
Okay. Ursale, are you going to contribute at all?
Almost feels like cheating to have me contribute.
It does.
Let me
Ursale,
think about.
I'm gonna give you a little fun one. You have 0 loyalty. Do you wish to compete for this wish and just do all this on your own? And be a 1v4 guy right now?
I probably can't 1v4 them, but that sounds fun. Let's try.
A cleric of a different god is willing to yeah, sure, I guess I'll help get things for a different god is like a wish.
I like to think that Ursale might he doesn't know it, but deep down he's a little jealous that we did ayahuasca and got a stag together, and then Glynis walked in and talked to Bear Mommy, and he just had to sit and wait outside.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Ursale quietly, takes a step back through the brush as you guys are organizing yourself and alright, Sneffer's on plants, Dizem's on fish, I'll take hair. Yonsei, go fight a deer real quick, go hunt a hawk. And then Ursale's just gone.
Oh god, I have to kill the deer. I forgot about that part. I thought we were just
You
gonna
can
hang
just-
out.
You could just hang out with it. I could do the killing later.
Okay. I feel like it would be a betrayal at that point, you know?
That's fair.
Like you make a friendship and then you bring him to your pal and your pal kills him. That's rough. That's a rough way to die.
Yeah, that does seem tough. Yeah.
I'm capable of killing things. I have things that kill.
I have seen you deal tremendous
Yeah,
damage to
I've murdered
wells
lots of
and
people.
boats. And, yeah,
pretty high kill count actually. now that I think
yeah,
about
actually,
it.
low-key, very
Uh-huh.
high.
I haven't intentionally killed an animal though. Usually people give it to me and it's already dead and cooked
Well.
and tasty.
I by no
I'll
means
figure
require
it
your.
out.
I by no means require your service here. If you wish to sit out the.
I'll give it a try, and if it
All right.
doesn't work, I'll do something.
I
someone
appreciate
else.
your loyalty, cousin.
Yep, that's what I'm here for.
Guys,
Do
I
it
think
for
we're
the
gonna have a
fam.
montage. I feel like that is what's needed right now. As Snafu, you're going to search for plants. Give me a nature check. Or investigation. No, actually, definitely nature. For sure, nature.
Okay.
Dyson?
25.
Very cool, very cool. That, just consider all those plants gathered immediately, Snafu, as you go throughout this process of tracking down, pulling out your book, doing some sort of minor cantrip to help you find edible roots and other sorts of plants.
Gnomes can talk to animals too, so be like,
oh,
no, you don't need all those. I'll take this much. Just this much.
Okay. Dyson, how are you going about finding a fish? Tell me.
I'm a pretty good survivalist. I'm 100% just like taking like all 10 minutes, taking off my armor, putting all my stuff on the side of a riverbank, jumping in, trying to catch a fish with my mouth. Because that's what I did do. I just didn't want to say it in front of them because it'd be weird.
That's the most bear thing possible. I feel like that's like +1 bear mommy reputation.
Like, I'm just in there swimming around. Like
salmon caught in your
trying
own
to catch
jaws.
Survival check. I feel like that is an obvious choice. As I'm trying to find my water soundtrack.
How do I'm the worst roller in existence.
Oh my god.
Tough
So
roll.
it is. However, you're all graded on an average, so don't worry about it too much. Surely you'll eventually catch one salmon. Where are
Also, I
you?
swear that he said salamander. I was really confused when you guys asked me to catch a fish.
Salamander. Based.
It's like, we have salamanders up here? A little cold.
Let's play this. Next up, we have a man chasing down a rabbit.
Indeed.
Glynis, how do you go about chasing down a rabbit?
I think I find the local briar patch, and then I do like the most South Florida thing possible, right? And I'm hoofing it after the rabbit, right? Like that's like low key. A lot of football recruits talk about training their speed chasing rabbits, and I like as a monk, I feel like this is up my alley, right? Like we're gonna chase the rabbit
For sure. I can theorize a bunch of things, such as you able to keep up with it no problem, and all you have to do is catch it, which could be a grapple check. I can imagine it being an endurance contest, which would be a con save. Do you have any suggestions for a dice roll here that I can average out with your other party?
I think a grapple check is weird, right? Like, I don't know. Like, is your hair catching really going to be like some kind of like attack roll and or sleight of hand? I feel like it's probably more about like you could probably scoop a rabbit if you're quick enough, right? I feel like this is reflexes of some kind, or maybe endurance, right? I think it would be. I'm okay taking a con save. I could see like athletics, dexterity, maybe, or even athletic strength, just to like do the running. I don't know.
Yeah. I think athletics dexterity works.
Okay. I am untrained in athletics, so it would just be a straight dex check, basically. That is a 10.
A 10. And then finally, Yonsei, how are you going to ensorcel a deer? Or specifically, a hart?
This is a great question. I have been thinking about this, going over my spells. I think I'll try the easiest thing first that takes the least amount of effort, which is just to go to where I feel like deer hang out, which is not near a bear cave. Let's see. Can I whistle some like a bird tunes and like just kind of sit real still and see what comes around? Not.
You want a Disney princess it?
Yeah, just kind of blend into the environment for a bit and just kind of see if one shows up. And if not, then I'll move on to some magical stuff.
Give me a stealth check real quick. You find a place where Saffron can be like, oh, we're on a deer path.
Great.
Assumedly.
I'm glad that Saffron knows that. I don't.
Yeah.
My stealth is okay.
Your stealth is okay.
Middling.
Eventually, you will see a quote-unquote routine. As John averages out at 13.5. Eventually, Yonsei, you will see this heart. Do you immediately shatter it like I know you want to?
You know, I considered that, but I feel like if I shatter it, I might blow up the heart, which we need. I feel like that's a little too much, you know. Okay, I was thinking about dissonant whispers, but then he'll run away.
Not if it dies.
Thunderclap. Thunder damage, I don't think does any, like, physical stuff.
It would be really funny if we see, like, Yonsei sitting here contemplating, what am I going to do to this deer? Do I dissonant whispers? Do I thunder wave it? And then, like, out of the bushes next to her, like, somebody else, like, here comes, like, Ursale just, like, wrestling this thing to the ground. He's like, fine, and runs off. He's like, oh, damn, I gotta wait for the next one.
Well, if you want some time to think, I can throw this to Ursale. Ursale,
Yeah.
would you like to tell us how you go about doing this competition?
Absolutely. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to look for efficiency, right? There's 4 of them, but they kind of know what they're doing, but not really, right? First thing that we do is we got to get to that river. We know we've got to get to that river because that's the only place we can get the salmon, right? And we need to find a calm place in that river where animals are going to come to.
For sure.
So that's the first step along the way. Once we can get to that point, we can set up some snares for rabbits. It's kind of tough to run down a rabbit. I'm not a monk. I'm fast, 40 movement speed instead of 30, but I'm not necessarily going to think that I'm the same as Glynis here in terms of that. And then I can take a traditional human hunting pattern in terms of when a hart comes to drink at the water, I can take a javelin, injure it, and run it down. That's very normal in terms of like how you would do these sorts of things.
Yeah.
In terms of finding the plants, well, that's just going to be a matter of time. I just have to go and search. I don't think there's any getting around that. And then there should be salmon in this calm part of the river too, so I need to go and swim and catch that. Am I missing anything from my list here?
No. You got 6 or 4 technically. I'm gonna have you make 2 checks then. One is a general survivalist roll to get all of your animals, and the other one is gonna be a nature check to get all of your plants. Okay.
14?
That's pretty good.
14.
Yonsei, how do you get this deer? How do you bag it? You don't see Ursale jump out of the woods, snagging it from you. And just lifting it up and running away.
Well, I have discovered that probably the best is I can either do a thunder wave or a vicious mockery. I don't know how much health a heart has.
Do you have the sleep spell?
I don't have the sleep spell. I have murder spells, and I have spells that insult people, and then I have mage hand, which is just fun. but not
elf,
helpful.
On average, has 13 hit points.
Okay. Then I guess we should overshoot it and go with a thunder wave. So just sitting there, like perfectly calm. I don't need to do much effort to make a thunder wave. It is magic, so I just go like that.
Yeah.
And then...
Okay.
Let me post that for you. That's a 2d8 thunder damage. 11.
On a DC 16 con save, it has +1 to this. That is a natural 4, so there's no way it passes. And then I'm gonna roll its health. It's just enough, Yonsei. It is just enough to knock it out. Your force of thunder from the tiniest clap reverberates outward, scatters all of the birds around you, all the bugs that were around, and you knock this elk out. It is like the big game hunter where it focuses in on the kill shot as you erupt its body and it crashes to the ground.
10 feet away from me.
10 feet away.
Oh, man.
That poor
Is this
deer.
supposed to be hard? Why do guys brag about this all the time? I just get up and go over with a knife, and I'm just stick it in an eye. Ugh. Gross.
You take your heart. You are now holding a raw elk heart in your hands. Where do you put this, Yonsei, as we comically focus on you?
Just holding it out arm's width, from him. And I was like, "Do you have a bag? Does anyone have a bag? Is there?"
You're alone in the woods.
Oh God, I'm alone. I think I have a bag beforehand.
Stefan just
My
watches
hand's
on
covered in
giggling.
I knock the hat off my head.
Oh, you're gonna
stick
put
it
it
in the hat.
Your hat!
Oh
And I
no!
carry that.
Some magicians pull a rabbit out of their hat. Not Yonsei.
I carry the hat and I go back to the cave with my gross, bloody heart, and I just leave because I have no concept of what to do
Exactly.
with a
The rest of
corpse. My hands are sticky. I smell it was easy, but it's really
For
gross.
all the wrong
yeah,
reasons.
I understand why straight men do this now.
You head on back to the cave.
Beyonce feels more in touch with the side of themselves they've never come in contact with.
All of you successful by the afternoon. However, one of you, having averaged a roll of 14 against your collective team's 13.5, shows up 15 minutes sooner than the rest of you. Ursale, you look left, you look right. You did it. Unless all four went in to confront the bear mother together 12 minutes ago. But you look at their tracks, they're not here yet. Ursale, what do you do?
I will call out for Teddy.
You call out for
Teddy!
Sure enough, Teddy doth cometh in the day. He looks a little bit more frazzled, his hair messy, as if he partially groomed himself and stopped. And he looks at you with his great big bear eyes. He's a massive cave bear. Yes.
I'll just sort of gesture down to the offering.
You get it. He looks left, he looks right. Were you supposed to do this for the prince?
If he cannot find his way to do this with his 3 men faster than I can do it, he hasn't earned it.
Agreed. what you know. And, of course, you don't know this, but he thinks you do. Otherwise, why would you be here? That the Bear Mother will only give one wish per year.
So be it.
Will come along and offer your sacrifice to her. And he turns into the cave.
Yeah, I will pick up my stuff and head in.
You do so. Snaffer, you are the first person to return, having rolled the highest in your nature check, but also, this is like a god's entry to their domain. Why wouldn't you take the fastest and longest time here to investigate it properly? Take great notes. This is some legendary bullshit that you're a part of right now. This is some mythical stories. And you're here, and you watch Ursale move from the line, have a conversation with Teddy, and then head into the cave with all the things you all have spent hours looking for. Sneffer, what goes through your mind as you watch this occur?
The first thing he thinks is, "Oh, he did it for us already. I wish he would have told us." And then as he makes his way towards the entrance of the cave, it was like, wait a minute. And like you see him pull out his spell book and his wand. He's torn between levitating Ursale and not.
You're about to lose your opportunity to call out to him.
I'll call out to him, but he'll see that I have my spellbook and my wand. Be like, Ursale!
I'll just keep walking.
Ursale, I know you can hear me! Ursale!
Sneffer, Ursale soon disappears into the cave entrance. What do you do?
Sneffer has... he waits for his prince. He's scared to go into the cave alone.
You wait. And sure enough, your party will gather? Question mark? Ursale not being present, but Sneffer knowing where he's at. Beyonce has a heart in their hat. Oh my god, it's disgusting. It's like a beret, too, so it's just gooped down like a pouch. Ugh. Dizem has a gross
Feather's still in it,
accent.
I hold the hair in my hand. Like, I feel like this is supposed to be the thing in the hat.
What I got.
Ursale went in with offerings already. He had everything. And I called to him, and I know he could hear me. And him and Teddy just kept walking into the cave.
Aw, that's hella rude. I did all this work
I
for like,
know.
nothing?
I thought we
Well-
were friends.
Perhaps not nothing. Let us gather them together, and we'll wait.
John, we can't hear you.
Oh no, John. Not again.
We can just hear just the edge of like a Y there.
What'd you do, John?
Well, John upset the
Nothing.
bear mother now, really.
I'm reading his lips now.
I just got like the Discord green around your screen, but I heard nothing. It just like popped up for a second. I heard the hello.
Off of the hello.
There you
Uh-huh.
go. You're getting close. Whatever you're doing, you're very close to coming through.
Close.
It was there
I
for
I
a
heard
heard
second.
you for a second and then it went out
Yeah.
Hear
again.
the exact
Yeah.
words. What do you mean I'm close? I'm into nothing else.
It was like, what do you mean I'm close to?
One, two, three, 4 away. the fuck? Hello?
All I'm saying is,
We're ganking her Sally. Yeah, I heard you.
Can you hear me?
you're still very faint.
You
know,
sound
you
like
wanna
you're in the bottom of a well.
If you were trying to talk to my goddess, I wouldn't
Yeah,
betray
I
you
just
like
like
this.
cross.
Hello, everybody. Sorry about the technical difficulties. But we are focused entirely on Ursale right now, who has beaten the party by 15 minutes for all of the materials to potentially obtain a wish. Ursale, you are walking in the tunnel with Teddy, this great big bear. And as it trundles forward, he asks you a question. So, what are you going to wish for?
I need the power to become a proper protector for the kingdom of Livistio, the land dedicated to the bear mother herself.
I see. You know, for...
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Work!
Hello?
Did it work? I just struck my microphone in rage.
Yeah, no, you're coming through now.
You sound a little different, but you're
I
coming.
think
Yeah,
you
you sound a
struck
little
your
different.
microphone and it may have disconnected. I think you have a different mic source now.
Oh no.
Well, that was normal.
Was it normal?
Yeah.
Now you
I can
sound
hear
more
you.
like
That sounds
you,
normal.
yeah.
Just don't move
All
too
right.
much. Stay completely still.
Understood. Do you know what I wished for, Ursale?
No.
Do you want to?
Yes.
I wished for a lifetime of adventure. And she turned me into this.
Seems like it worked out pretty well.
No.
What's wrong with what you are?
18-foot tall fucking bear. I used
Yeah,
to
isn't
be a
that
man.
incredible?
No. I can't enter towns. I can only talk
Well.
inside of this cave, where I'm closest to my humanity. If I take a step out, my mind becomes that of a bear as well. You must be careful when asking for things, Ursale. Lest a bear paw's talon twists awkwardly. That's a deep cut to the monkey's paw. Anyway. Thank you.
It's nice to know that the bard W.W. Jacobs is like still alive and well.
Of course, this is the year he was born. Ursale, you walk into this winding tunnel that is clearly supernatural. There's no way a cave goes on for several miles with the back of it seeming to, well, just be a few feet away from the entrance. You've been walking for 10, 15 minutes. You've traveled hundreds of feet, but still the light source of the outside is almost right behind you. Eventually, though, your sensation of traversing from the material realm to a divine domain happens. You feel a lost sense of time, a distortion of bodily functions. It is chilling as you feel a magical surge within your body. It feels like if you stop for but an hour, you would get the benefits of a short rest. If you stop for 8 hours, you might benefit from a long rest.
Turns out I don't need one of those right now.
Good, I'm glad. Regardless, you, a magical barbarian, feel filled in a way as you enter a glade with great big trees that you assume all pine trees are descendants of. You see fruits undomesticated growing upon them. You see strange animals and insects from a bygone era. This glade that you are currently in is a snapshot of how the world used to be when this primal goddess walked the material world. It is bright, but you see no sun in the sky. The trees, the canopy, it blocks your view of what is above, but you know there are mountains surrounding you. And Teddy will stop at the cave entrance, not daring to go forward, and will gesture lazily with his arm. Go forward, offer your gift at her shrine, and do not get hunted, Rusale. There are other things than her in here.
Yeah, I'll follow his advice. I don't think Ursale is gonna... I mean, I'm not actively, like, going out of my way to cause lots of noise and attract the attention of hunters, but I don't think Ursale is really taking to heart the don't be hunted part of that. I'm not, like, going, you know, stealthily slowing myself down, going from hiding spot to hiding spot or anything.
Casually trundling.
Yeah, I'm going directly without wasting.
Okay. Excuse me. You head on in, and I'm gonna roll a random encounter for you. In even 40. Don't roll a 1. That's a 1.
What's 41, John? Got to find out.
Oh, hubris.
You? Need to give me a moment. How dare you rush
Moments
me?
up.
We also have like a campfire outside the cave.
Oh, we're definitely cooking s'mores. Yeah. Yeah. Vegan s'mores for Saffron.
Vegan.
Vegan s'mores.
Yeah, you can make marshmallow out of like non-animal products, but like
This requires
Wait,
us
they're
to make
vegan?
marshmallows first, and then have access to chocolate, and then also crackers.
we just came from an elven like palace. I am certain those things are available.
Well, there's also tieflings there. I think they might just have
Yeah.
like normal marshmallows.
They're tiefling elves. They're elves
Yeah.
first. They're just cursed a little bit.
You're beginning
Yeah, they
to
might consider
understand
themselves-
why Saffron is out and about in the wilderness rather than the elven enclave, as she, stalking Yonsei, claimed that the rest of the deer that Yonsei just left, and is like actively eating the meat as you're like, we need to make vegan s'mores to be sensitive to our elven tiefling. She's like,
Council's like nodding, like,
What?
yeah, sure. That's what we need to do right now.
just consuming roasted liver.
Oh,
Ursula,
we're definitely trying and failing at small talk because we want that story really bad.
we'll do a cut of that later. Ursale, as you are walking through this great big forest, you will be startled as you effectively bump in maybe 30 or 20-ish feet away from a large reptilian and feathered entity. It has massive bony contusions that sprout out of its back and neck and tail. It's currently on its hind legs, resting its front legs against a tree trunk as it is trying to pull free vegetation from some of the lower hanging branches. This thing is size huge, so it is easily over 20 feet long, fully stretched out. And if it were on it, all fours, it would still easily be 12 or 15 feet tall from toe to largest spine or spike that is coming out of its back. What do you do as you see this thing?
Has it obviously seen me already?
Yeah, probably. If you're not being actively stealthy, it looks at you.
I'll give it the, slow, respectful steps backwards as I'm facing it,
Yeah, give me a animal handling check real fast to show that you're not a threat to this obvious herbivore, but maybe omnivore. A
19, John.
Is likely going to surpass what it would consider a threshold of intelligence. Oh yeah. This thing looks at you, gets off a tree as though it is about to thrash you with its long tail. But as you begin to back away, it holds its ground, stares at you for a while, and then when you dart off quickly, you are not pursued. Easy as that. There were predators on this list that would have immediately attacked you, but you rolled in the middlings, so you got the omnivore. You dart away deeper into the woods, now knowing that there's megafauna from an age or two ago out and about. Does this change your mode of travel, or are you still casually sauntering through the woods?
I mean, I think it's still... I wouldn't call it casually sauntering, John, but I'm moving with purpose, right? But, yeah, I mean, I think I'm still doing generally the same thing. I'm moving with purpose, I'm moving quickly, I'm not hiding my presence any more than, is typical.
He's Greg at the supermarket. He's getting to aisle 16 and out. Okay.
Yeah, I gotta get that Coke and then get out.
Give me a perception check, Ursale, to find this beautiful bear shrine. And you will not have disadvantage nor advantage to find it. So just roll normal. Perfect.
How about a 2? Beautiful.
We jump over to the party. It becomes nighttime soon enough. It's like the 30th or the 1st of a new month right now, guys.
Maybe.
What's going on?
You think Ursale's dead?
He's probably
I don't know.
dead. We should go check on him.
I doubt it. Have you seen the man? He has the strength of a bear. He ripped a guy in half once. He killed a chimera.
We all
Manticore?
killed a chimera.
Manticore. Chimera.
There's a
We're
group
all
effort.
also there, Gilly, my dude.
That's fair.
Never almost got eaten.
Arguably, I did most of the work, actually, for one of those fights. You're welcome.
I appreciate that.
I'm just saying, recently we killed a bunch of demons. Bear Mommy is a goddess. What if Ursale was not hot enough and she killed him?
I mean, Ursale is a champion of the bear goddess. If there's anyone, I think, that could traverse her domain without trouble, I'm certain it would be him.
Yeah.
But why
Yes.
did he go in alone? That's what blows my
Kind
don't
of
know.
rude.
He
Go-
gets
I mean,
a wish.
Well, I'm sure that there will be opportunity to ask. Anyway, so Sephirin, we were supposed to be married. Did you know that?
There's just a look of revulsion. Why? What?
Political schemes.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry
For
about
what
it.
reason?
I'm
Demon
gonna be the
Uh,
next queen, actually.
Well,
To-
Bryce Bronson was trying to hook me up with your
Fake.
Demonic devil.
simile.
Yeah.
I think for
Doppelganger.
the opportunity to control the throne further.
Yeah.
Turns out he's a
She
demon.
was pretty cute though, but she was really into Felix. Really into
She
Ballsy.
was very into Felix. Have I told you about Felix? Oh, he was the best tiefling.
She just stares at you blankly. Like, what the fuck am I missing?
Felix
out?
was pretty great. Yeah.
Who's
I hope he's
Felix?
having fun out in the war, just murdering people.
You
Best of luck
you
to him.
should not get out more. I know from experience.
No,
I
you
was
should if you want
totally
to.
fine the
I know
last
a
time
place
I
you
was
can go.
out.
Yeah.
I found a pirate lord. I recruited him. Right, like he
I had a
trained my
horrible
army. We killed a boat.
There are
Horrible
pirates
time.
on a river? I thought. Is
Yeah.
Livistio attached to the coast now?
No.
Well, on wait.
Pirates?
On the,
any
on the
place there's a
Pharos
body
River,
of water.
right?
There are
Did it not
pirates
used
there?
to? Yes.
Yeah.
Why are there river pirates? That sounds so stupid.
Why not?
Demons.
Where would you go? You
Well,
could
I mean-
only go up or down a river. The ocean,
Yeah,
you could
but-
escape out to the seas, right?
Oh, but there's
Well,
little
the-
islands and pockets of unknown territories.
Who would you sell
There's
your
not a lot
pirated
of
goods to?
pilots.
The pirates are
There's
owned by
a-
the government.
Well, there's a
Halfling
tailor.
They're
Yeah, there's a
pirateers.
no. There's a nice
There's
little
a-
tailor
it's a-
shop
Okay, a halfling
owned by
mafia.
some halflings.
Are you telling me that there is a group of halflings that run a racket
Most
of all
halflings,
piracy
Not
across
to be
the...
racist, but most halflings.
What the
We're just
fuck?
lucky that Sneffer is not a part of that.
Saffron is intrigued and will
Sneffer's
begin
not a
to ask you
halfling.
questions of the outside world.
That's the
Of,
joke.
just to like poke at it of like, this doesn't make any sense at all. Fucking your fantasy
Well, you know
world
what?
sucks.
You live in a mountain with a bunch of really old elves that should have died like an age ago. So
That's
who's living the
incredibly
unbelievable
rude.
life?
My
It's rude to
ancestors
question
were
river pirates.
cursed
They're part of our culture.
by a flying island of phoenix worshippers who have laser beams. We didn't
get-
stand a chance.
You get used to it.
What do you mean you get used to that? No, you don't.
No, not to that. You get used to Yonsei making fun of everything about you.
Your nose is dumb.
He grows on
Saffron
you,
tells
you
you,
know?
Beyonce. Just
My
insults
nose
your
is what?
Your nose looks dumb. You have a dumb
That's a
nose.
I have the best nose of the group. Excuse you.
No,
I'm
No,
gonna
you
I'm gonna
don't.
up top him. I'm gonna give him
your
a high
ears
five.
are odd. Jeez, it just goes in on Beyonce, just hostily.
We all eat our s'mores and watch as there's just like a bard off with the best insult winning.
Yeah. Ursale, we have a
At
quick
least my
jump cut
mom
to
didn't
you
fuck a
as
goat.
you are inside this strange Jurassic World-esque thing where you have like picked up a small raptor, a CR1 forest creature, and just slammed it against a tree trunk as it had attacked you while you were resting. Ursale, you couldn't find the shrine during the day. What's the plan to find it either at night or tomorrow?
I think I just haven't done the right. What I've done is I've done everything that I can, just head straight there, not thinking about, like, this is the realm of a god, right? What I need to do to be able to find this place is get myself in touch with the part of me that is a part of the god, right? I am touched of this god already, and so I think I'm going to try to set up a little fire and burn some incense. Maybe it's a little bit more than incense, you know?
Okay.
I'm gonna get real high.
And get myself more in touch with my god.
Yeah. Give me a beautiful insight check on yourself, Ursale. Let's try to get in touch with a god. Oh, you figured it out, Ursale. The reason why you can't find a shrine. Bears, although active sometimes during the day, are crazy nocturnal predators. They don't just hunt during the day. They hunt at all goddamn times of a day. It clicks. You're bear maxing, you realize, as you take some of your ayahuasca and start to head on in, sniffing. Because you've been relying on sight too much. Bears don't have good sight. You need to listen. Listen with your heart and your nose by sniffing super, super hard.
Oh yeah, I love listening with my nose.
You start your search anew, refreshed after dragging around a raptor carcass, because, I mean, it's like a 3-foot tall, halfling-sized, reptilian feathered creature. I don't know why you have this. Do you still hold on to this carcass?
Nah.
You drop it. Like any good bear.
Use that.
And you head deeper inside. As we do another quick jump cut to the party. Guys, it's nighttime. Ursale's not back yet. Are you worried? Is this part of the show? Sneffer's worried.
Beyonce's a little worried.
Beyonce's
If he's
sweating.
dead, we would know.
How?
Alright, not to insult you or anything,
There's
but out of all of
a
us, I'm
avatar
definitely
in
the
the cave.
person that understands people more, and I will say that I think it's a little weird that Ursale went in there alone and didn't listen to Snefru. And didn't tell us that he was just gonna go do all the things. Wouldn't have had to do it. We could have just sat around and let him do all of it, because he really wanted to, apparently. But you know, if someone really wants to do something, and then they do it without telling you, it's probably because they have plans for themselves.
No, it's because he hates us.
Definitely hates
Well,
me. I
Us is
haven't
a
called him Bear
strong
Daddy
word.
recently. I'm sure that hurts.
Us is a very strong word.
I
He
I
hates
wasn't
you
gonna say.
guys.
I wasn't gonna say you.
Well, I
It's
I appreciate-
a collective problem. I'm sure.
I appreciate your concern, and if it comes to it, I am sure we could go looking for him in the land of the gods, uninvited and without proper rituals. But I just have some sort of unshakable faith in the 5 of you. It seems if he has gone off on his own accord, I'm sure there's a reason for it, and I think there's no one better to return. For my part, at least. I do not fear for the worst. I am sure that he will return in due time.
Okay.
There's only 4 of us here.
Fuck
Well,
it.
there's a 5th in the...
Kind
no.
Malrot?
I
that the
suppose
5
so.
you trust?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, or myself. Numbers are not my thing.
He's
Yeah,
still
you're really bad with the accounts, gotta say.
Yeah.
I've been stealing off the top for a while.
When it's just
he still trusts Felix, is what it is. He never
Yeah,
stops.
it's
trusting
Felix. It's Felix. Truly, Felix is here in heart and spirit.
Last Deshi shows
I-
up.
My master of the blade, Felix, of course. I know not where he is. Some place called France, I think.
France.
A cursed place.
Yes. But he shall return one day.
one day. Whew.
All right. I mean, I'm just saying we have all the things. I think we also have permission to go inside and see what's going on.
I'm not entering the domain of a god uninvited.
Well,
Like a recipe.
We've got
If I
this
know
stuff. We
any-
have gifts.
It's
if
quite
I know anything
disastrous,
about
yes.
bears, it's that they're crazy nocturnal predators. So perhaps we should wait for the evening to pass if we were to enter potentially somewhat uninvited to their domain.
Tomorrow's problems, huh?
I would gladly pay you tomorrow for a hamburger today.
What's a hamburger?
Oh, have you not had
You
one?
did that to hams. The ham was fine.
But not the burger. Ursale, we jump back to you. And you find yourself standing in a haze with all of your offerings, your sacrifices, before a rocky jut that comes out of the earth, has a small, almost, I don't want to call it a cave inside of it, because it's not a real cave. It's like a divot or a culvert. And this overhang has several sharp, I believe it's stalactites that are tied to the ceiling that look ominously like fangs. And underneath it, there is a rocky stack that has clearly been made by animalistic paws rather than hands. You look at this strange mound of stones. You look at the clear symbology of a rock that has been carved or weathered to look like that of a bear skull. Vaguely. Is this the altar? It must be.
Yeah, I think Ursale would assume so. And you say that there's like a mound of stones underneath?
It's almost like a tongue coming up from the earth, albeit made of a bunch of piled rocks rather than a true altar. Goes roughly to
I will.
torso or sternum.
I will go and carefully place my offerings at the base of this tongue.
You do so. And as you put the heart, the salmon, the hair, you decorate this meaty offering, a true palate of most bear diets. Fish, wild game, varmint, along with the vegetation that they are known to eat in spring. You create this little platter and watch as it begins to disintegrate. Ursale, you must have heard the Bear Mother's will before. You are her barbarian champion. You're used to a primal sensation. Not so much a voice, but a urge that is foreign and alien, intrusive to your mind. You feel that presence now.
So you say I feel like an urge. What is this urge toward? Is it...
That is how the Bear Mother communicates. For it is not intelligent enough to use words to speak. Rather, it is images or emotions.
Right. So, the first feeling I will convey is desire to serve. And then I will follow it up with feeling of weakness, right? And I will picture the city, my friends, the prince, and with a desire to protect.
Is there anything else?
I will, I guess I will also picture the tieflings and the demon that we had fought, that I've seen, and desire to destroy.
Destruction is a concept that this entity, the Bear Mother, knows only through tangential means. You know that this is a primal god. It does not view destruction and creation the same way as a human mind might. However, it does understand the food chain. If you wish to predate on these demons, that is another thing entirely than destroying them. And from your memories, it seems to be what you have done in the past as well. You hunted them down, ignored all else, and literally tore them apart. You threw them in wells, for instance, which is effectively a giant maw, if we focus on the symbology of it. Out of curiosity, Ursale, which emotion resonates stronger with you? The act of predation or the act of protection?
I think protection.
Okay. You offer up your service, which is already having been granted to this entity. Now speak your wish, Ursale. Speak it aloud.
I am Ursale, breaker of bars, the champion of the tribes of Livistio. This land of Livistio is dedicated to you, Bear, protected from the outside world by the government of Livistio. I need the power to properly protect not only the tribes, but this whole nation from outside fell in.
Your wording is important, so I'm going to have you repeat that final bit. I need...
Absolutely.
For my records.
I need the power to properly protect not only the tribes, but this whole nation from fell influences.
You make your request known aloud, your word, a human thing, to this bear goddess. And as you say them aloud. Consideration is what you feel. Thought. And then finally, you begin to feel the popping of muscle and bone in your back. It continues onward like a surging wave, going from your neck all the way down to your knees. Your joints altering. Your spinal column shifting slightly. The hairs on your body begin to stand up, bristling, as a cold chemical chill runs through you. You seek power, Ursale. More so than you have already been given naturally by your bond with the Bear Mother. And you will get your wish. Party, we cut to you in the early dawn hours of the 1st of, I believe, May. Da-da-da-da. May. Let me change the music. For as the dawn doth cometh, you will hear the crunching of leaves and the shifting of pebbles, as though Teddy himself is about to step out of this cave entrance. Who's on watch? Question mark. Who's up this early in the morning?
Yeah, morning watch is usually Snuffers.
But the prince can have it.
No, that's fine. Go for it.
Well, Snafru will
Beyonce
surely
is
wake
out.
everyone up with a terrible scream. If John knows his player and his player's character, as well as I think he does. As you see a mutated Ursale, his face having become longer and more primal. His shoulders wider, his arms greater and hairier. He has a slight hunch to his back, as though he were a weird brown bear that is now walking on its hind legs, trundling and learning how to walk, sometimes planting his left paw down upon the ground, walking kind of like King Kong. What is this music? This is so dramatic.
Perfect for the
Ursale
setting.
stares at you with his mutant bear face, his human form now looking very much more like his token of a strange mutant werebear.
I told you Teddy had a brother. This must be Graham.
Ursale, you still have the ability to speak, but it sounds awkward in your own head. Your tongue, your teeth have changed. You are speaking as though you have dentures in your mouth. There is a hunger as well.
No,
Especially
Jesus
as you look at Yonsei and Daizum, both of which, one looks weak, the other one looks more like a fish or something you'd pull out of the ocean.
I'm back.
You feel powerful.
Bear Daddy? Oh no, you're ugly now.
He's so ugly.
That's rude.
Then make better choices, man. I don't know what to say to you. Self-care is important. What the fuck?
I bet we can find some hair gel, you know, like a good brush. It could work itself out.
Glynis is on the
My mic is
greatest
not
amount
sticking
of
up.
cope right now.
Okay.
Dysum's gonna walk up to Arsale,
No. He'll eat
look
you.
him in the eyes, and say, "You get used to it."
I won't get used to it.
No, you guys won't get used to it.
No.
But he will.
I
Eventually.
mean, Dyson, I think you look cool with the 4 eyes. I could...
Well, welcome back.
Ursula, what the fuck happened? I'm not gonna pretend like this is
It's
normal.
now
This is not normal. Someone made a
really-
bad choice.
Bear Daddy.
He really is bear. Are you really bear daddy now? Did you and bear mommy get together? Are you gonna have some bear babies?
I think not bear babies, but in a way we got together.
I don't know how
we
bears work.
used protection.
She has that?
Fucking
oh my
hate you.
God, advanced.
Oh my god.
It's Plan B just stands for Plan Bear.
Yeah.
Thanks, Greg. Thanks for that imagery.
Send the bears.
You look at your friend, the horrible mutant that he is. However, Ursale, you feel powerful. Also, your nose. As John copies a few things onto your character sheet. I've already edited your attributes. Undo.
Base?
Your attributes, your intelligence and charisma have taken a pretty big hit. However, your strength, constitution, and wisdom have increased. One significantly, the other one not so much. You also have what is known as keen sense now, allowing you, the quote-unquote bear, to have advantage if you are requiring smell. As a special bonus action, you may also do what is known as a bite attack. Which I will need you to add as a weapon.
Okie dokie.
Okay. Your bite attack is a 1d8 plus strength piercing weapon. Which you are proficient with, or will become proficient with. You're quite scary to look at. And although you don't get the intimidation skill, you do get the perception skill for knowing how to use your nose a bit better.
Just follow your nose.
That's all you need to know. Saffron will speak up as she awakens with a start. Looks at Ursale. What the fuck? I thought Yonsei was ugly, but you, she points at you, finger outstretched, are a freak! What did you do?
I'm the most handsome one here.
No.
This is the power that the bear mother said that we needed to defeat our enemies.
Maybe it's a good reason that you took this on and not you, Gilly, because you would not have been able to get married after this, I gotta say.
It would have been a challenge. I am
But
sure.
Bear Daddy, I'm glad you and Bear Mommy made up. And you're gonna have great kids together. And I'm so happy for you. Please don't eat me.
Don't
I'm
breed,
quite sure.
Saffron tells you. Just immediately. Ah.
Well, I tried to save you a vegan s'more, but unfortunately I had the midnight rumblies and ate it. But I feel like you have a story to tell. Come,
Want
sit by
the
the
deer
dying
heart?
embers.
That I was gonna give the mommy in my hat.
Well,
It has the essence of me in it now.
hopefully it could still be useful for us. I ask questioningly, trailing off.
You could feed it to her Saleh.
Ursale heard from Teddy that the Bear Mother grants one wish, but we did not hear that. Right, so I guess
Or Saleh
I'm
has some bad
assuming
news
that
to
I
share.
can still go in the cave, right? But I am offering a hey, is this still a viable solution?
Yeah. Ursale will tell his story. He'll say, "You lost. You did not earn the privilege of speaking to the Bear Mother. The four of you could not complete the tasks in time. So I went in your stead."
Okay.
Seems awfully arbitrary, but okay.
Well,
The air in there was rejuvenating to me. It was wonderful.
All of this is very rude.
And on the
Someone
other
knows that
side, there was a great wilderness, greater than any I've seen in our world.
You've never been
With-
to the ocean.
This is true. With great creatures, mountainous creatures, eating of the massive vines. And I seeked the Bear Mother within and found her also without. And asked her for the power to be a proper protector for Livistio against threat.
well, I suppose that our mission is completed. Would you like us stag hearts more?
That sounds delicious.
Or
I give him,
there's an attempt
Yeah.
to cook it, but you
I point over
prefer-
to the stag heart that's in my hat, just kind of slumped off to the side. So you're free to that. That's yours.
Take the 2 pieces of graham cracker and pick it up.
Ugh, the most meaty s'more in the world. It's like gelatin in a way. You could go for another, in all honesty, or Saleh. You're kind of hungry.
Wait, do you have that rabbit too?
I sure do. I pull the rabbit out of the hat too.
It was with it.
Where else would it be? This is the home for rabbits. They come from hats, don't you know? I learned this from our court jester.
You know, you gotta have yourself a little snack.
True. Ursale is disgusting for all of you, including you, Dizem. You know that people eat raw fish, but not raw rabbit, including the fur that he kind of just bites into. There's no need that Ursale feels or urge to process this animal anymore. He will take what he wants from it, and it's a corpse, so it doesn't really get much of a say on how it's cooked up, or just consumed. You are staring at a natural predator that is barely a human, and all of you kind of lock eyes with each other, or glance to one another, realizing that this may be the start of a slope towards a more naturalistic lifestyle that Ursale has in store for him.
Be fair, before we met him, I think he lived in the woods.
Definitely gonna be hard to bring him into parties now.
It will be hard to bring him to parties.
You'll need to find a weird hat for him to wear that is like clearly what a party bear
Look, he
would
has
wear.
a beautiful fur coat. I'm sure we could polish it up.
Listen, I still have charisma 10.
It's better than what I have.
Well, I am disappointed not to entreat the bear mother myself, but our goal is accomplished. We come away with the power of the bear mother to help us fight the demons. Let us return. I worry for the fate of our men, as we have sequestered here far away from the front lines.
Saffron will stare at her Saleh, and then ultimately just shake her head. Like, I don't even know why I was trying to sneak my way in there anymore.
What?
You're ugly.
You were
She's
sneaking
just-
your way in.
Yes,
Oh, all right.
Obviously. If
Well, I'll
there's
get
a
this
god,
full
you have
story
to
at some
steal from them. Clearly.
Oh. Have you done that before?
No.
That's bold.
But that's what grandfather says to do. You find a god, you steal their power, and then...
Who is
Just
your
looks at-
grandfather?
Oh, it's
Smiley
a Sam.
Sam.
You don't know
Oh,
Sam?
Sam.
Didn't he bring you
Yeah.
here? How did you forget?
Yeah.
Listen, I was blitzed out of my mind at that point. All right,
Oh, you're an alcoholic?
you could have told me that the. I know when to stop.
Are you
There's a
sure?
bit more than
I have
alcohol on
self-control.
Yonsei's plate.
Fuck off. This is not. Look at how ugly your Sally is. Stop talking about me.
True! Saffron calls out, and will begin to lead you all back through the woods.
I have
even
a
though-
small question I want to work into her as she leads us away. Like,
Let's hear it.
are there others? Right? Are there other, like, marks?
Here?
Yes. Or nearby? No. Alright.
Alferos was my biggest lead. And you all turn back around as she glances off towards the cave, where Teddy's shadow, like the polar bear and the cub, can be
I
seen.
toss him some hazelnuts, like, just, like, over my shoulder. Like, didn't see you there!
Thank you! See you next year!
Maybe.
Bring
I feel like I gotta tell you,
alcohol!
this is the outcome. Oh, you
That
want?
would have been way easier to find.
Yeah. Don't forget the other stuff, but alcohol is important next year, he states. Never knowing if he will see you guys again. You all head back. That takes a full day of travel. The path obviously not getting easier, but all of you feel, well, most of you, I suppose, feel a sense of relief as you find the stairs once more. And Saffron will accompany you up all the way to the platform before going her own way, likely to her own quarters. Smiling Sam will see you guys coming, or sense you guys coming, and he'll glance at her Saleh and be like, oh, the inside's on the outside now. Look at you.
That's one way to put it.
Yeah, or Sally, are you happy like this?
He's gonna say yes.
Any
I
more
am
questions?
satisfied.
Nah, I was not happy.
The answer is no. He's gonna say yes. The answer is no.
Sam,
Well, you
I
guys-
appreciate your hospitality, but I fear for the fate of our kingdom as we've left it here for some time in the middle of a bloody war. I know you said that they would be fine while we were away. I've come to think perhaps you may have some foresight I do not, but
Nope.
Nonetheless, I feel we need to return.
He didn't learn that 9th level spell.
Well, nonetheless, someday you'll have to tell me what god you stole from. But another story, another day.
Steal from him. He says as he grabs you by your shoulder, and it's like, "Come along, children, we must teleport now, and I only know of one teleportation circle in Livistio, and none of you will like where it leads."
Not the
Well-
tailor shop.
Yeah, I snapper. Who told you? Hop on, young children. Come forth and hug me. You too, Ursale. Wrap your big bear paw around my back.
I grab like a finger.
Yes, that's enough. Snefru, you climb in. Oh, perfect. You nestle in on his breast as he pats your head. You've never felt the fatherly embrace of someone in so long. Snefru. As Dyson, assumedly you're going with them, right?
Yeah.
Do you take his
I'm
hand?
holding his hand. I'm holding his
Yeah.
hand.
Young nasty man takes his hand. You
We're
all
BFFs.
are suddenly warped around reality. And are sent all the way back home to Livistio in more ways than one, as you are all immediately beset upon by guards. Yeah,
I
you are.
figured
in
it
the
would be in
castle?
the castle. Yeah.
You are indeed in the castle. My map hasn't updated since you guys aren't outside of the castle, but let me go ahead and move you. Let me go ahead and move you all right in. Closed. Thank you so much. You are not just in the castle, specifically, you are in the dungeon of the castle. And, let's do some
Good
stuff.
that we keep our prisoners right by the handy teleportation circle.
Yep. Where else to put it?
Well,
You
you
guys
can only
don't have
it's a teleport in, not a
Yeah.
teleport out.
Fair enough. All right.
John's looking for the thing. Rat battle. That's fine. Smiling Sam is a beast in combat, so this combat, quote-unquote, is not deserving of a map. The Supplicant Soldiers, these CR1 duders who have a bonus action offhand attack, stand no shot against this creature known as Smiling Sam, who, with his fists, can do 2d8 cold damage. As you watch him quite literally grab the head of a guy and just punch his way through his skull. The demon begins to disintegrate immediately as he looks to you all and says, "Well, I don't know about storming the keep, but I sure as shit don't want to be bound by Sigma Moth. Let's get the fuck out of here." As he just starts sprinting towards the tunnel that was once barricaded. What do you guys do?
I'm gonna sprint right after him.
I think we gotta
Yeah.
sprint after him, because if we can unbarricade that tunnel, that's a way in for our army, right? Like, this is
It's
a
true.
double win.
I'm gonna pick up Snefru.
Just so that oh, no one can see the map. Let me go ahead and turn off dynamic lighting on this bad boy. This is technically the map here. Once it loads in. Effectively, this table, this great big round table, underneath it there is a teleportation circle of much smaller degrees. I think it's like 10 feet wide. But regardless, you all land on that. Oof! Get up, you watch Smiling Sam punch a guy through the head, and then immediately sprint off down the hallway, all the way down, past the dungeons, through a door, until you make it to a secret tunnel entrance. I did have the map here, but really, Smiling Sam would trivialize any combat, and nobody wants to see that, of John playing D&D by himself. I promise. It is
Run after him, I guess.
You run after him, chasing down Smiling Sam, who quite literally will blow the door off of its hinges, not even bothering with the grate. Anything you guys like to do while you are in the dungeon before the shock wears off of the demons garrisoning this place?
Look for prisoners.
Oh yeah, who's down here?
Clever.
You take a look at some of the prisoners inside of here. You can find an Eordian who looks extremely confused and terrified as you all sprint off. You immediately recognize him for his lack of shirt and tattoos that are inscribed on his torso. Shaped in a certain holy symbol you all have seen time and time again. You want to free a prisoner from the other side?
Yes. I don't want him at the beck and call of demons.
Yeah. There's no key, but with Ursale's new strength check, give me a strength check, Bender of Bars, or an athletics check. Show off your new strength and don't roll like shit. Hey, that's not rolling like shit. You pull free with your teeth, with your power, and free the prisoners. Like, what the fuck? Quietly in fear.
Don't doubt the bear motherfucker.
Okay. You grab him by the neck and shove him through. He's like, okay, I'm following you. And you rush forward. Outside now, you can see that the trench line of the Band of the Horn has gotten close to the secret tunnel gatehouse that wasn't able to be attacked truly. And as they're like alarmed, as Smiling Sam comes bolting out, sprint like, fire the arrow, he's coming to kill us! There's a volley that comes forward trying to shoot Smiling Sam, who just takes like us. Eating the mundane arrows, entirely uncaring for the damage they deal to him. Then you guys storm out under arrow fire from the walls of the keep itself. Go ahead and give me dex saves, guys, just for fun.
All right.
Some arrows come at you.
Alrighty.
My d10s.
I have critically failed.
You have critically failed. However, the damage is... That's a d6. Where's my d10? That is not the worst. It is 11 points of piercing damage to our failures of DC 15, which appears to... Okay. That's 3 failures.
I have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
I did fail my dex save critically, but I'm also a monk with the deflect missiles ability. It basically reads like, as a reaction when I am hit by a ranged weapon attack, I can spend a key point to reduce the damage by a d10 plus my dex plus my monk level, and potentially reduce it to 0. Is this something I can do in this situation, or is this like kind of out of combat and we ignore that?
This is like 15 guys shooting a hail of arrows, all effectively at ready to actions. I will let you deflect one of the missiles. Roll me a 1d3 and I will subtract them.
Okay.
Based on the dice that I rolled in order.
The second one.
The second one was a 7. Ooh, big. So go ahead.
I will spend my key point to have done this.
Dope. Everyone else will suffer half of that, being 5. As some of the arrows just nick you on your way out. Covering fire will then be given as your longbowmen arc their shots to try to pin down people behind what is effectively 3/4 cover, which does not go that well, but you know how sieges be. Men with 600-foot range longbows just sniping at one another opportunistically. And you jump inside of a small earthen dugout, or an earthwork, before you're confronted by your own people, like, Your Highness, where did you go? What, you were captured? What? We thought you'd gone! Stolen by Smiling Sam! Who's just like,
in a way...
There's an arrow in my butt.
Oh no. I tried to assure them as best I can. I say, in a way we were, but this is an ally that we have found, not an enemy. Smiling Sam was ensorcelled by the demons inside. We have freed him and come back stronger. I hate to be the guy who's all about action, as I've just returned, but we have an opportunity here, and I think we need to get ready to go up and over this trench. I don't know when the demons may prepare the secret tunnel into the dungeon once more to be defensed, but Smiling Sam has just bursted open, and I think we have an opportunity to make moves here.
They look at one another. Your current adventurers call out, and the calls for immediate violence and charges are given if you give the order.
If the party's like okay with this, Glynis is like he unexpectedly, like, Glynis is essentially an opportunist, and he's just like, this cannot get better. We like this is what we needed, and so like I'm all about getting up and over right now and storming this place.
Oh my god, we're turning around and just bursting in?
That's my plan.
Well, it's already bursted open. We're actually just walking.
Let's go! Smiling Sam says, clapping his hands, grabbing two archers that shot him, and says, I need your life force. And he's like, what? And then you just watch as their faces go suddenly pale, as they are slightly drained of their own life. How dare you shoot me, you fuck.
I give the orders, and right before I like finish it, I'm like, everyone on like my mark, and then before I give my mark, I'm like, Sam, you said that you would be a poor matchup against the demons.
Indeed.
Is it prudent for you to join us up and over? If not, I could ask you to perhaps aid my soldiers against the Neordian threat.
Instead, why don't I provide you covering fire? And you watch as above he points to the sky, and as he uses two legendary actions here to cast a lightning storm, he will bombard the curtain wall with lightning. And say, go!
That sounds great.
Charge!
Yeah, alright. The mark is given, and I want to lead the army in. Like, we've got a real chance to take down the demons now. And I've got a bear daddy. Like, let's go.
You all race back into the castle, finding supplicant demonic soldiers, and even a monster that we will need to roll combat for. However, we need to take a quick break, guys. Even though this fight shouldn't take more than 40 minutes, I need to run to the restroom desperately, and then set up a little combat area for you guys. So we're going to take a quick break, and find out who's holding down the castle in the name of your father. We'll be right back, everyone. Woo! Hello everyone, we are back. The party is storming the castle as we speak. You all barrel through the supplicant soldiers and make your way up the stairs into the keep. You point out to the band of the Horn, who has never once been here, where to go to get to the battlements. Throw the gate open, you yell at them as you all head towards your father's throne. Ursale is a bear unleashed. Winnie is somewhere in the battlements with Bronson, both of them having joined the Band of the Horn while you guys were gone. They're now acting as your lieutenants, in the fact that no one else was there to command for the past week. Regardless.
Brogvarsh, right?
Yes, Bogass himself is your lieutenant now. He promoted himself.
The name Bronson is a little scary when it's said, you know. Just
I'm
had to
sorry.
double check.
Did I say Bronson? I meant
Yeah,
Brogvarsh.
It's like, Winnie betrayed us? He's with Bronson this whole time?
Winnie, no!
I've been a fucking sentient bear this whole time. You all burst through the stairwell, making short work of the CR1 monsters. However, as you make it up the stairs, you hear the clittering and clattering of chains as John drags us into the battle map. Guys, welcome back to the keep. It's been some time.
It has been some time.
And you see, hopefully, if my stream wants to load.
There's a lot of health.
You don't know what health it has. It just has a red health bar.
It's a really big red health bar.
It's because he's a real big token. Guys, turn order. Let's go. Let's roll for initiative. Let's get this party started.
Nat 1. Nat
He rolls a
1.
10.
Where is my person? Where
Oh my
are you?
god, everyone's gonna beat
Hello,
it.
Yancey.
Except for
My health is
Dyson.
already
Dyson's
down.
ass.
This is not a great start. Usually I'm not injured.
You,
Oh, team.
hopefully,
Such a
are not
high
injured.
roller.
I count 6 people. That makes sense to me. Notably, there are supposed to be more soldiers here. However, your guys are fighting their guys, and thus we can focus on the more important moment here of Glynis, Snefru, Yancey, Demon from Hell, Ursale, and Dizem throwing down, specifically in that order, starting with Glynis.
Glynis is, like, disappointed that he's not wielding the power himself, but is super freaking psyched that the Bear Mother has granted, like, superpowers to his, like, champion, and wants to see them in action. So I would like to use my air feature to grant Ursale advantage to beat the ever-living shit out of this thing. And I think I give like a rousing roar at this creature. Like I step forward and I start yelling at it. It's like, you face the champion of the Bear Mother, the strongest grizzly this side of the mountains. Like, he's going to rend you limb from limb. And like I'm just like pumping him up, and then I'm gonna like come in here and like start like trying to get an opening on this creature, like bat away its chains. And I'm not trying to fight it, I'm trying to provide the opportunity for Bear Daddy to wreck like this thing's whole life.
You do so as a chain whips forward. You duck underneath it and begin the setup for, or rather, the layup. Snefru, you round the corner. What do you do?
I have to put on mage armor.
Let's assume
If
you
I
did that while bum rushing the tunnel. All right.
Okay, I wanted to
I'll
get
give
your
you that one
confirmation.
for free.
Thank you. I just wanted to... Okay, so I see the demon. It worked really good last time, everybody. Maximilian's Earthen Grasp.
You cast Maximilian's Earthen Grasp on this thing. You will watch as a bit of stone from the very floor. Oh my god, this nice marble tile comes up. You're ruining their floor. As it will make a strength saving throw, I believe.
Yes, it's a strength saving throw. Let me open this. Oh, I didn't mean to post it again.
You're good.
16.
DC 16 strength save coming right up. Notably, like many devils, this thing does have magic resistance, so it will have advantage on this save. However, devils just don't have proficiency in strength saves, apparently. So we'll roll at advantage, getting an 8 and getting struck for the full amount, and I believe grappled.
Yep, so let me roll my damage.
Oh, fuck.
5, and I think it's rounded down to 2.
Is rounded down to 2.
Got it. That's my action. Okay, that's my turn.
Okay. There we go. Yonsei, you round the corner. This is a wall.
So Yonsei's already taken damage, which usually does not happen. Yonsei usually gets out of most fights unscathed. And feeling like just like this brief sense of mortality, will cast a spell I've not been able to use yet. Mirror Image.
Ooh.
And I will create 3 beautiful copies of myself. And I will stand right here.
Round the corner.
Just have the... Yeah, just so I can peek my head around when necessary. And I have my 3 copies, and we're all just kind of huddled in this corner.
Okay.
They do what I do. I can't exactly make one of them run out, but that'd be fun if I could.
Those of us who know Yonsei well, though, will notice that the nose on one of them's a little nicer, the ears a little more rounded. All of Sephron's comments just like coming through the mirror image.
Oh god, there's an echo.
I'm not shallow.
This creature,
I'm
although
just sad.
not surprised, pulls free its chains that are wrapped around its arms. These hooked entities, or rather hooked weaponry. Well, it has a reach of 10 feet, and everyone aside from the prince is outside of 10 feet. So it's gonna slap at the prince. Prince, what's your AC as it slashes down at you for a 24 to hit?
Well, that'll clear it. I have AC 15.
Alrighty, you are suddenly wrapped in 8 slashing damage worth of chains. You are grappled by these chains, and until the grapple ends, you are restrained and will take 2d6 more piercing damage at the start of your turns until you escape.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it cannot ready a multi-attack attack to whip Ursale. But that just seems like fun. And I'm a bastard, so maybe I'm gonna do that. No. We're just gonna whip the prince again. This time at advantage, because he's restrained. A 23.
That still clears.
Alright, for another 10 points. Prince, you are doing the ultimate layup and just getting tangled in these chains. As you give Ursale advantage on his next attack.
Hey, John, doesn't it have disadvantage on its attack because of my hand?
Oh.
Is it a grapple or a restrain from your Maximilian's Earthen Grasp?
I think it's just restrained.
Then it will have disadvantage, actually.
It's still gonna hit me because the 18 will clear my AC.
Okay, 18 will clear.
If it rolls at advantage and disadvantage, the 23 still clears. So it's the same.
Nothing changes, unfortunately, there, but it still can't move, which is probably good, because it would have dragged Glynis off somewhere, which would have been a bad thing. Ursale, we come to you as you watch your prince, like, literally sacrifice his body for you right now. What do you do?
I will rage.
You rage.
I will run up in there.
You do so.
And I'll take advantage of my advantage given to me by the prince and maul this thing.
You will maul for a 27, slapping it full force.
Oh, sorry, there should be an extra 2 rage damage there.
Then the 13 will strike into it as you, having made a pact against these creatures specifically, are going to ignore its resistances against your non-magical weapon, even though it's not silvered. You did specifically call that out in your wish, so For other things, hell no. But for these things in particular, hell yeah.
I will then use my second attack to grapple the prince and try to pull him free of the chain.
Ooh. Yeah, go for it. Another 27 will clear, man. You rip free the chain and the hook that was embedded in Glynis's, like, shoulder and neck, and quite literally just hurl him free, moving him back 5 feet without provoking an attack of opportunity.
Sick.
This guy...
That's my turn.
You've never seen a demon alarmed until now. Like, oh fuck. A note: your rage produces ancestral guardians. Can you go ahead and throw that in the chat for posterity?
Absolutely.
These are no longer warriors. Rather, you all watch as 2 spectral arms come forth from Ursale's shoulders and neck area, and quite literally just bop this guy and hold him fast. Effectively doing everything this is, but narratively being a little bit cooler. Dyson, it's your turn.
Yeah, step 1. Don't let the prince die. I am going to make my way over. Go up to him. Do the thing I'm supposed to do. My job. Cast Healing Word. No, I'll be casting Cure Wounds.
Okay.
At 2nd level. Giving a total of 11. No, 12. Total of 12. Due to
Hey,
Disciple of Life.
excellent.
Go ahead and click Disciple of Life for us, for posterity.
Disciple of life. They said the cycle of life.
Oh,
I
it's
was like, damn, dude.
So it'd be 9 plus 4.
9
13.
plus 4.
Oh,
There you
so
go.
Even one more.
Terrible math. I'm not gonna worry about it.
This stream
What?
brought to you by poor mathematicians.
Look, I'm not a mathematician, I'm a cleric.
Calculators were invented for a reason.
Dyson, any more things you can do this turn?
No.
Okay. Glynis, at the start of your turn, I need you to make me a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw.
Okay,
For fun.
will do. I critically fail.
Oh no.
Okay.
Super fun.
Glynis, as you begin to ready yourself, having been freed of the chains, healed in a matter of 6
Hang
seconds
on, wait,
after
wait.
There, what's up, Yonsei?
I want to. I don't know if this works for.
Unless you can make him re-roll that nat 1, I don't think he'll pass any saving throw.
Okay, no, I was wondering if I could do something to what they're gonna do next, and I can't remember if we decided I have to do it beforehand or after.
I'm not sure. Because
Like
I don't
cutting
know what you're
words, like
referring to.
remove damage, but I don't know if this is gonna be a damage spell in the first place.
Regardless, Glynis, as your turn begins, you stare into this creature's face, planning to draw your silvered sword or do some other wacky bullshit to him, when suddenly his visage turns into that of your grandfather. You've never seen this man before in your entire life. He died before you were born. But you immediately get this grandfatherly or fatherly stare down that you have never experienced before because your dad never disciplined you as a child. As you suffer the unnerving mask of a parental figure. You are currently frightened until the end of your turn.
Oh, he's not even mad. He's just disappointed.
Oh man. Alright. Sorry for ruining your roll there, John. I thought this was a damage thing, and I was like trying to like prepare myself.
Oh, I guess I do. Like, I draw my sword and I get ready to like step forward, and then I like have a wavering moment, and I maybe I like stumble back for a sec, and I think that I like, I don't know, like, I think that maybe Glynis wants to like try to work against the fear and like either like use his feature to inspire somebody into advantage or take a bow shot at disadvantage or something. But I think maybe he just has to like steal his mind. I think I spend that turn like trying to like put that like armor around my own mind and steel myself. Like, no, I have to like be able to fight this thing. I think I just like kind of stumble back and like prepare myself to deal with daddy issues.
Snapcrew, it is your turn. Are you gonna crunch this man or throw something else at him now that he's restrained?
Well, I'm gonna move up next to the prince.
We
Kind of
love
worried
our
that he
prince.
didn't. We love our prince. I'm noticing he didn't do anything. Kind of take a defensive position next to him. You see he's holding his little hand tight as though pantomiming the fist. And I will concentrate on that and instead use my action to cast Frostbite.
Okay. Oh my god. Once again, it does have magical resistance to this. And a 25 normal will clear. This is a saver spell or save for half?
Save or suck.
Perfect.
That's my turn.
That is your turn. That brings us to Yonsei. Yonsei, this thing is weathering magic, staring down Glynis, getting mauled by a bear. You peek your head out. What do you do?
Okay. You know, this seems to be like a big deal. So I think gotta do a clap.
Oh, baby.
Stick my head out. I between my loot and the worst note I have possible. And I just shatter them, motherfucker. Yeah, right there. Just like
Right there. Perfect.
Yeah.
You shatter them and 4 support columns that lead up to the second floor.
I will cast this at 3rd level for an extra D8 as well.
Hell yeah!
Okay.
Leave this thing in the 2nd floor.
Fucking die,
Directly
motherfucker.
above is like Glynis's and his baby sister's room, or Argyle's room.
I think you mean my room.
Decorational support pillars.
You
not
shatter
loaded.
it. Please roll damage. This thing will.
4d8 makes a Constitution saving throw.
All right.
15.
It will pass even without advantage. It will still
half.
suffer for half. Which turns to 7, I believe. Yes. Yes.
Yep.
And then I gotta look up the support beam health.
Listen, if I drop a ceiling on it, I'm fine with that too.
I love it. I mean, it's inorganic material, so it should like.
It should
like
shatter.
Shatter, yeah.
Yeah, stone has disadvantage on the saving throw.
Yeah, I'm gonna just choose that it auto fails the saving throw. Because it doesn't make sense that... I mean, I guess I should roll 4 I don't want to, though. I say it auto fails. Fuck it. Somebody
Let's
roll
go.
me 4d10.
There's only one person here that can.
I'll do that.
Yeah,
One
yeah,
hand.
yeah.
I'll do that for you.
Destroy this castle. One pillar at a time. The bridge will fall.
27.
Each one
The
of these
bridge will
pillars
fall.
has 27 health. Meaning you have overcome half of these stone pillars that fasten the ceiling. Immediately rubble and debris begin to flake off the wall as great big foundational cracks form in the mortar and stone. The weight above it, this guy looks up and is like, fuck. Like, unable to move, combating, just poorly positioned. One more thing like that and you could bring down the second floor. At least on top of him, maybe more. Who knows how much weight these things are supporting.
I mean, that'd be great fun. I'm also going to shoot a Bardic Inspiration to... Who deserves my inspiration right now? Snefru, because Snefru is tiny and dies really easily, so...
An invisible hand traps your right butt cheek, Snefru, as you are bardically inspired. Which is good, because you will need inspiration as the Chain Devil's turn comes on. Yonsei, feel free to take your movement if you have any you want to use. But I will be speeding this...
I'm just ducking back behind this wall as though I did not exist, and the spell came out of nowhere, and who's to say it was me?
Who is to say...
It was me.
Snefru, you are going to be attacked, assailed, at disadvantage, for this guy is restrained. As you are chained within 10 feet of this creature. Your loyalty will be your undoing, he shouts. Does an 11 hit? I don't think so.
No, sir.
Luckily, he has a multi-attack, and he will use it right now. For a 14?
Not with mage armor.
Ah, unfortunate. Well, I get my reaction back, he says, as Ursale rips him apart. Ursale, go for it.
Alright, I will make my own version of multi-attack.
Okay. Yeah.
With my maul.
You have advantage already for 13 points. Ah! You tear into him. An 18 clears as well, if barely. Actually, wait. Would
It
you
should
like
be
to take a bite out of
27.
him?
I have advantage. Yeah. I would.
Yeah, you do. Okay. Alright. He's getting torn up. I'm like, okay, need to fight the bear. Understood. He like tries to put a chain in your mouth as you bite through it. Guys,
Stuff's happening, okay? Stuff's just going down. And you know what? I'm with it. But I am very anti people using abilities to harm my friends. And so I'm gonna cast Calm Emotions and I'm gonna target everyone except for Ursale and the Chain Devil to have their emotions calmed. Which means they cannot be charmed or frightened.
Oh, shit!
Sick!
The reason I can't do Ursale is because he's raging.
Yeah.
I'm too mad.
And the Chain Devil, I don't care about.
Indeed. Yeah, you do this. Retroactively, you know, John just wanted to speed up combat, but he would have tried to frighten you. But even if you failed, you would have just calmed yourself down right now. So, Chain Devil's reaction is gone, Glennis. What do you do?
Having my like mind cleared, I see this like crumbling pillar, and I realize that if I'm gonna try to like slash this thing with my sword, I'm just gonna like tickle it, right? So yeah. I like take like a step back or something, and I just take a run, like just a full sprint at this pillar, and I just do a drop kick on this. Like I'm trying to knock this thing like out of place now it's been cracked and shattered. I want to just like send this thing like off of its hinges and try to bring it down on the Chain Devil.
Okay, I need you to make me an attack. Your AC to beat for stone is 17.
Alright, I'm just gonna roll this as if it's a monk unarmed strike, because I'm just like making a big drop kick. Yeah.
That is a kick for sure.
Yeah. That is a 17.
You meet to beat. It had 27 left, minus 15. Someone else can do the math.
12.
12 damage to break.
Six bludgeoning.
You take out another chunk of it.
All right. If we're just doing this like it's an attack, I am a 5th level monk. I'm just gonna take my set. Like I have 2 attacks.
You have 2 feet. Works for me.
I have extra attack. I'm gonna make the second kick at this thing. With a 24.
That does it.
The 24 will deal 8 bludgeoning damage.
This beam goes down immediately. This entire area is going to lose its support wall. Rubble all around this pillar. We're going to say a 10-foot radius. Getting... Oh, Snefru's just shy. Everything within 10 feet must make me a dexterity saving throw to avoid this. Part of this does require movement to scamper out of the way, which you have.
The music in the background is pretty peak for this.
This guy is going to have disadvantage here as several metric tons of stone falls on him. Ursula, give me a dex save. You have.
I think I see this, so yeah.
23.
This guy, at disadvantage, gets a 13, which I don't think is enough to avoid hundreds of tons of stone from above, sheetrock, and all this other stuff come crushing down.
Gilly's bed, just...
It's the bed. That's what does it. We have headboard on demon head action, just...
It's the most that headboard's ever been used.
I don't know, Yancey's used my room. Who knows?
Maybe. You mean my room?
Right, Yancey has used their room. Their vacation room.
Does 4d10 bludgeoning damage to this guy. Half on a success for those of you who have succeeded, because it's a fuck ton of stone. No one's getting out of this unscathed unless you have a reaction/reflex to avoid it. So go ahead and roll 4d10 bludgeoning damage that this guy will still be resistant to, but he has failed his save.
20.
You crush him. That is 10 for Glynis, who gets caught in the leg by a stray brick, as well as you, Ursale, suffering 5 on that success due to rage.
1 second.
I fucked that up. 2 more. There we go. I really should stop using the arrow to click. I should just do the math.
One of the hands reaching out of my shoulder reaches up and knocks some of the rubble away from the print.
Is he within range? Oh my god, he's within range.
Oh, baby! Okay, let me click my arrow back up.
Okay, that was Glynis's turn, unless he has a bonus action he'd like to do.
I'd have to spend key to use a bonus action of any worth, and I think I will keep my key for now.
That brings us back to Snefru. Snefru, this guy is just crushed. He's barely standing. He's restrained by your rock fist. What do you do?
Snefru is terrified because part of the roof just fell. And so
was intended.
He's maintaining concentration through the dust and the haze coming up, and he's just going to focus on crushing again.
Okay. Is that another strength save for me?
Yes.
15?
Fail.
Fail! Oh, he will suffer...
3.
Ugh.
Oh. And I'm going to back up a little bit.
You can add the Bardic Inspiration to the attack if you want.
I don't have to. It's not really an attack, it's just crushing, and he can fight against it.
Yeah, the damage.
That's my turn.
I think.
Maybe added.
I
to
think her
damage?
class. I think the class can add it to damage, right?
Yeah, damage. I meant to say damage, but
Yeah.
he's
You can add
okay.
Bardic to damage?
It's the subclass. Yeah.
I mean, I would do that, John, if I can.
Yeah, do it. Fuck it.
What size is that?
Love
1d8?
war.
1d8.
8.
Oh my god, for another 4 points then. Can you post the bard thing that lets it add to damage real quick?
It just says it in Bardic Inspiration.
Doesn't.
Yeah.
I thought it was
You
attack
can be
roll.
able
Attack
to roll
roll
to
or
one ability
saving
check, attack roll, or saving throw. Oh.
I thought there is a class that lets you do that. Do you? Maybe you're not.
It
that
might be
one.
Valor. Hang on.
Oh,
Alright.
my bad.
Regardless, it is your
That
turn,
was my
Yonsei.
dyslexia.
Whenever you wish
It
to
is my
bring down the castle
turn.
on this man.
A College of Valor Bard. Are you
Yeah.
Valor?
I am not a Valor. I'm Lore.
Okay.
Sorry,
You're very
guys.
calm, though.
My fault.
You're very calm.
You're very calm.
We're all very
Thanks.
calm right now. It's very
I'm hiding.
serene.
Kind of. Alright, I stick my head out again. I want to come out a little bit more this time. And I would like to... You know, I'll just do another Shatter. That's the best thing I got going for me right now. I'll do it at the second level this time.
Alright, you shatter him. He will try to pass the save. He will... Okay, he does have resistance, so that is a 23. But go ahead and roll that damage anyway, knowing that these beams have 12 health left.
Yes, and I'm intentionally aiming it so I can get a beam in there.
Okay.
14.
Yonsei, what do you say to this guy as you bring what is roughly, 12 D10 bludgeoning damage on top of him?
Time to bring down the house, motherfucker!
Alright, so with the 7 thunder damage he'll suffer, he'll also suffer at least half of that, we're gonna say, as he looks up and is like, fuck. Which is more than enough to clear his 28 remaining health.
Let's go.
You bring down this guy who, for fun, I'm going to show you how he's supposed to be scaled to be a medium creature, which looks like this, which makes him adorably cute, but clearly it's a malfunction. So I have made him like size huge, technically. You absolutely obliterate this man, as well as whatever room was above this guy. Anyone inside, if Argyle was left behind, he definitely would have been suffering there. But you have defeated this chain devil. And unfortunately, that
Hell
is
yeah.
all the time we have for tonight, guys. As we will resume the search of the keep next time we play.
One murder down.
Indeed.
Who knows how many to go?
How many devils are there now?
My mirror image didn't really hurt.
At least one.
Didn't really help.
It might come in handy. It lasts what, an hour?
I mean, it's only
or-
around for a minute, so it's not
Oh.
going to be around. I don't think for our next fight.
Well,
Unfortunately,
we're all
lasted
calm
longer,
for the
that'd
next
be nice.
10 minutes. We're
we
just
love
chilled
being
out.
Calm.
Frightened? No. Charmed? No thank you, good sir. Angry? We're just nice. Peaceful. At mind.
chill.
Yeah,
agree.
peaceful.
Well, except for Sully. Sully's really mad. pissed.
Yonsei
Nice.
brings down the roof.
Reputation. Let's do it while John calculates experience.
Woo!
It's the opposite of what you're supposed to do at most parties, but
Yeah, it's true.
Where's my-
Ursali clearly gets ambition. I feel like that is very cut and dry.
For sure.
Yeah.
But would he lose a servility? As he
He-
did go directly against what the group goal was at the moment.
I've rewarded his 0 loyalty. So, no. He's only getting stuff today.
Okay.
Go ahead and take that ambition. I agree, 1,000,000%, and you can't argue for anything else, because we don't have the time. Anybody else?
I think that Dizem deserves a point in servility for not only like helping with the task, but then being told off to instead of go getting herbs to go get a fish, and then like doing so, even though it was probably embarrassing for him. I think that is worth a point of servility, even if it wasn't a command from me or anything. Like that is
sure.
100% a servile move.
I mean, along similar lines, I think Yansei did something horribly out of character to serve the prince as well.
That's true.
Killed a deer, you guys.
Yeah, that's
That
true.
was rough.
I absolutely think servility
People do
points
that?
are 100%.
Servility all around, including you.
Yeah.
Ability all around.
Does the prince get anything? I think we have to, take away an ambition. Because he just let fucking Ursale take the bear, no questions asked, guys.
Mm-hmm.
How about that?
Okay,
Oh, he could have made demands.
I'll go back down to 10.
Based.
Back down.
Perfect.
Ah.
Add one to friendship,
Okay.
though.
Yeah, I was about to say, can we add one to friendship?
Do you have friendship?
Am I
Bonds in
am
the
I a
group.
man of the people to the like party, or is that only to the like
No.
populace?
I'm at 9 loyalty. I'm almost
You're-
there. I'm a loyal guy.
Does
I'm
it
with it.
if friendship to the party is seen through the lens of tyranny, maybe that gets reduced. I don't know if that's where we want to go.
Do you have any
Just
tyranny?
following. I do. I have a couple points.
I mean, I think
I vote to reduce tyranny by 1.
Yeah, I would argue to reduce tyranny by 1
Mhm.
because although you had every right, every power, every reasonable way that you could have been angry at Ursale, you weren't.
Mhm.
We weren't there for Ursale. We weren't doing this for Ursale. We're doing it for you. And even though Ursale took it from you, didn't get angry at him, and instead you praised him for taking a sacrifice for us of now looking like a hideous bear creature, and
how
then,
dare you? I'm
and then
beautiful.
doing the like Michael Jordan
Saving
slam dunk on the
future
chain devil.
generations.
Cutting in. Glennis, subtract 1 from tyranny. You're no
Alright.
tyrant. You're far too willing to let Ursale take all the cool magical gifts. Everybody, please take home 1,380 experience points for combat, roleplay, and quest. Quest reward was smaller than probably it should have been, but for a fish, a rabbit, and a fucking L cart, like, you got a wish spell? That's like a 9th level spell, baby. That's crazy easy. Hell yeah.
So level 6 is 14,000, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sounds
Then
right.
I
Most of us should
will
level up.
I will level to 6 then.
Dope.
Same.
I will-
Everybody is.
I'll also
Uh,
level
And
6.
seeing as I have failed to find a fitting warlock patron, I will go
14,000.
ahead and take that last level of monk here.
Okay.
What?
Sounds
I mean,
Gucci
if you
gamers.
wanted a patron, you know a guy.
I considered it actually when Ursale went into the cave. I thought, what if we like went to the river and like tried to do a mystical mumbo jumbo to the ocean goddess? But I decided that
Dude,
would be
Next
a lot
session,
to pull
I
on
can make
John.
you reborn. Like, we can bring it back.
Good God. Alrighty. That'll be it for tonight, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully, I'll figure out the technical dishes. Have a wonderful night wherever you are. And as always, don't die. Woo!
Woo!
Be patient.
All they heard was be. He said be patient, stream. Goodbye.